compliment actor Jesse Williams of Grey's Anatomy. I just have to say to you, are you still holding true to Heat in 6, especially in Spurs land?
I think so now. I think it's actually, I feel emboldened now after seeing Miami show. I mean, Miami showed last night their best face. When everybody is on top. When Chris Bosh shows up, he was started cold like he has a lot recently, just like Game 1 actually. I think like 0 for 5 or something. He stuck with it. D-Wade decided, you know, and I called this early. If you check the tape being my Twitter feed, I called it in the beginning, is that D-Wade, this is a perfect opportunity. Everybody's blaming it on LeBron. Is he going to make a difference? And D-Wade showed up. This was his team before LeBron got here. He still has it. He's been nicked up. He decided to get the juice and be Flash. You know, I think it was. I think that Miami looked like they were working at all cylinders. I love it. Heat in 6, sticking with it. I don't have to be happy about it. It's not personal. It's you know, I'm just looking at the X's and O's.
Stephen A.
Well, I don't blame him for this pick. I'm still sticking with the Spurs in 7 because, to me, but like I said before, whoever goes back to South Beach up 3-2 has these finals. Miami coming off of last night's performance, the one thing the Spurs have going for them is that it's been a roller coaster ride. It's been back and forth, back and forth. Nobody's won 2 in a row. I think it's one of those situations where Miami, if you're thinking about a team potentially winning 2 in a row, it would be this Miami Heat team based on what we saw last night. But that's assuming that the Big 3 will play like the Big 3 again, and I don't think we can assume that. I think San Antonio will be better prepared for Game 5. And I will say that in order for San Antonio to win this series, they must win Sunday night. If they lose Sunday night, they lose the NBA Finals. If they win Sunday night, I think we have a Game 7 in South Beach that's imminent. And obviously, I picked the Spurs at 7.
Yes, you did. You know, this is a good day for Jesse to be on. You're in the power position today. Okay. You have the upper hand, Heat in 6. But as Stephen A. mentioned, roller coaster ride. I've covered many finals in my day. I have never been on a wilder roller coaster ride than we have been on so far. Spurs steal Game 1, shockingly. And everybody says, uh-oh, the Heat are in trouble because Dwayne Wade and Bosh have disappeared. It's APB time for those two. And then what happens in Game 2? 33-5 happens, and everybody says, uh-oh, the Spurs are going to get blown off their home floor. And the Spurs win Game 3 by 36 points. And then all of a sudden, we come to Game 4, and people are saying the Heat are cooked. They are done. And what happens? Dwayne Wade happens. That happens. And all of a sudden, you are emboldened to say, wow, I got this. I got Heat in 6. I'm not ready to give in. I'm not going to be a prisoner of last night's moment. I've told Kerry all year, I think the Spurs play a little better on the road than they do at home. Historically, they do. And I'm not going to write them off in South Beach.
So in other words, you're not going to write them off because LeBron, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh did their thing. But you did write them off when they messed up your column a few months ago.
True.
So in other words, they messed up your column and we write them off then.
Time ago.
Now you'll let them go.
Wait. They finished 10-10 in the regular season?
So,
Who wouldn't say, wait a second, what's going on here?
Because they were en route to winning almost 60 games.
Because Parker and Ginobili were hurt. I was scared to death before last night because Tony Parker had a legitimate hamstring issue.
Still does. So are you equally concerned now? You got Parker banged up, Tim Duncan limping off the court, Ginobili
but I thought Tony played miraculously well in the first half.
In the first half.
Amazing. I saw him a big gimpy in the second half.
I don't know if he was, Stephen A. I'm going to give the Heat credit.
No, what I'm saying to you
I think they just clamped down on defense.
I'm not talking about his play. I'm talking about when we watched him walk to the bench. He seemed gimpy. He seemed gimpy.
Tim Duncan.
Tentative. Listen, I don't think Duncan and Ginobili can play quote-unquote back-to-back finals games on a Tuesday, Thursday. You're not going to get from them on a Thursday what you did get from them in Game 3.
And we didn't get anything from Ginobili, right?
Well, nothing.
Ginobili's an interesting storyline in like D-Wade. He's part of that big 3, but hasn't been showing up at all. Slasher, similar body type, similar way the way they find the hoop. And Ginobili just hasn't carried his end of the bargain there, and we see that's going to be the missing link.
He has had flashes of old Ginobili, though. In Game 1 and Game 3, I saw Manu, but I didn't see him last night. That was as disappointing an effort in a big game as I've ever seen from Manu Ginobili last night. He contributed nothing.
He can't create separation.
Now,
he can't create separation. They're staying in front of him on the dribble. He's not, and you know, he's launching a set shot. I'm not even mad when he misses a set shot because he'll make some, he'll miss some. But he always had the uncanny ability to get to the hole. That is not the case in this series.
Did he in Game 3? You saw him get to the hole in Game 3. Yes, he did.
A couple of times.
I mean, a couple of times, but I mean, in a similar way that we're looking for what's Danny Green going to do, what's Leonard going to do, and the role players in Miami. What was interesting about last night is that Miami wasn't as dependent on the role players because the big three carried all of the load, which is like every single game is different. No Birdman at all, no Haslam, none of these. Mike Miller started and gave me 0 points, right?
Yeah, exactly. Wow. I got to say this before we get on out of here with the segment. Steven Jackson, the former Spur, was on this show yesterday, and he said, I don't do well with ultimatums. I'm not going to admit somebody else is better than me. And we surmised Danny Green was one individual he was talking about. The other was obviously Manu Ginobili.
Right.
He made a good point because when you look at them yesterday, last night, you could have used Steven Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Could have used Steven Jackson.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of Manu Ginobili, he only scored 5 points last night. We got to talk about him. What in the world should Coach Pop do? And Jesse, I know you got to get out of here, but how's your hammy, Tony Parker look alike?
Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm stretched. Okay. I'm stretched. I'm hydrated.
Are you ready to go?
Yeah. I think I'm ready. I can put in a good solid quarter.
All right. Jesse Williams, Tony Parker look alike. Give it up for him, San Antonio. We appreciate you.